Here we are in the dog days of summer, in the midst of ordinary time. And today we celebrate the transfiguration of Jesus. And you may recall that these readings, you hear them earlier in the year. We always have them right at the end of Epiphany before we enter into Lent. But today is actually, August 6th, is the day that we celebrate the Feast of the Transfiguration. It is one of the rare feasts that will take the place of the Sunday lectionary. And the essence of the Transfiguration is captured in this poem by St. Ephrem Syros, a Syrian scholar who lived in the 3rd century. He came down and veiled his face with a veil of flesh. In the brilliance of his light, a Jordan became light. He was radiant on the mountain to a small degree, yet they, the apostles called the pillars, were shivering, trembling, aghast. He granted them a glimpse of his secret glory to the extent they could bear. The brightness and light of God's majestic glory, revealed in a beauty beyond earthly understanding, is what Peter, John, and James see as Jesus' divinity shimmers. Even the most devoted wrestle with their call and struggle to grasp the mystery of God's glory revealed. Peter, James, and John are Jesus' inner circle, and Jesus has asked them to come with him up to the mountain to pray. And he had just revealed to them for the first time that what would take place in Jerusalem, that he would die and be resurrected. Shocked and shaken, the three of them are fighting off sleep as Jesus prays. They see his appearance change. His face shines, his clothes dazzle in brilliant white as God's glory is revealed. And they had been up to the mountain before with him to pray, but this is the only time that they see his divinity revealed. And representing the law and the prophets, Moses and Elijah appear, and they are talking with Jesus about his departure, which will come in Jerusalem. Symbolically, their appearance is an acceptance of Jesus as their successor, as the promised Messiah. In the shock and awe of the moment, Peter states, "It is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 dwellings, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." In light of the news of Jerusalem, it is an attempt to hold on to the moment, to keep Jesus with them, to protect him from pain and suffering. Yet God intervenes, saying, "This is my son, my chosen. Listen to him." It's a rare occurrence for people to have these moments where the whole world glimmers and shimmers with light. Thomas Merton had one of those mystical moments in Louisville, Kentucky, at the corner of 4th and Walnut. He writes, "I was suddenly overwhelmed with the realization that I loved all these people, that they were mine and I theirs, that we could not be alien to one another even though we were total strangers." He was filled with joy. He states, "Now I realize what we all are, and if only everybody could realize this, but it cannot be explained. There is no way of telling people that they are all walking around shining like the sun." Have you been fortunate enough to have a moment like that, of God's glory being revealed in all the people around you, of seeing beyond the ordinary? The invitation to pray exposes Peter, James, and John to Jesus' most private moments with God. And prayer is the meeting place of God. It is an intimate experience. It is a place of riches beyond measure. In prayer, we come before God, we lift our hearts, share our deepest concerns, vulnerabilities, fears, desires, and hopes. It is where we become still and know God. In prayer, our true self and our soul's desires are often revealed. The more we give ourselves over to prayer, the richer the experience. It can be the place of mystery, awe, and even majesty. In the act of daily prayer, faith is built, one utterance upon another, day after day. Sometimes it may feel hollow or rote. And you may wonder if your prayers do any good. After all, it's only one prayer. Remember, one prayer is like a drop of water in a bucket. Then it comes another and another. Before you know it, the bucket is overflowing with life. So if you grasp and wrestle with your call and struggle to grasp the mystery of God's glory revealed, take time to be present with God. Amen.